Hey, good afternoon. Colin Kimball here with Alderman Chevrolet, GMC in Rutland, Vermont, Vermont's favorite car dealership. We appreciate your interest in this beautiful vehicle. Very excited to show you this thing today. Very, very special vehicle we have in our hands. Now, this is our 2024 Chevrolet Blazer EV RS. Now, that comes with a ton of cool things here we are going to go into depth about, but right off the bat, EPA estimates you're going to get about 279 miles of range on a full charge, which is amazing performance here for a vehicle this size. This was built on the Ultium platform, which basically means it was built from the ground up to be an EV. There's no dead space or parts not being used. Now this one here, the Blazer, is offered in two different drivetrains right now. You're going to have your rear-wheel drive and your all-wheel drive. This one being the all-wheel drive is going to give you the 279, but when you do switch it over to the rear-wheel drive, you're going to bump up to 329 miles of range. Now this one here is finished off in a beautiful galaxy gray metallic color. If we get up close, you can see it's absolutely filthy. Definitely needs a good wash, but we take a good step back and all that dirt and grime blends right into that beautiful color. That's the great thing about these darker metallic colors here in the North Country. They hide the dirt and grime very, very well. Now, on the LT Blazer, which is the other trim level you can get this vehicle in right now, later this year, you're going to get the SS, which is almost 600 horsepower. Very, very beautiful vehicle. But on the LT, this is all just a plastic material, a composite plastic. What's nice on this RS is it's all a high gloss black. So the whole vehicle is complementing the Galaxy Gray with a high gloss black. You got your indicators on the outside. It's not always yourself you have to worry about. You got your high gloss black painted mirror caps right here with your built-in blinker indicators. You do have your high gloss black roof rails right there. This one does have the panoramic sunroof. Deep tinted rear windows. As you can see, this one's are a lot darker. You do have a passive key entry system in these front, or all four doors actually. We will go over how that works. Right down here, beautiful machine-faced aluminum wheels. These are 21 inches, but a very, very beautiful look. The wheel does switch when you go from the LT to the RS, and they still haven't released what the wheel is going to look like for the SS. Around to the front fascia here, you do have a daytime running LED light, which consists of this whole bar right here. There's a nice little animation when you unlock the vehicle, and it senses you walking up to it. There is a nice lock animation and a charging animation. Right down here, this is your projector style LED headlamp. These do double as your turn signal. You get your blacked out Chevy bow tie right in the middle, RS badge. These little circles along these the front and rear bumper here is going to be your parking assistant. We've got a functional vent going through the front bumper there. Your charge port door is right here. You're going to push through this panel, and there's a button on the other side of there that's going to go ahead and release it. And it is all mechanical. Now, what you might get misconstrued here is that it might freeze to the actual vehicle, but what's nice about this is it's sitting on these little rubber mounts or rubber tabs, and it doesn't allow the vehicle to freeze to this little panel. There's not water leaking in there and getting stuck. It's just flowing right through because it's sitting on these things. Level 1, Level 2, and DC fast charging capability. Beautiful interior here, fresh off the truck, so it does still have the plastic all over there, but we will go over just about every feature inside of there. I want to give you a good feel for room in the back here. Now, I'm about 6'2", definitely on the taller side. The seat's back to my liking, and I have more than enough room in the back seat here. This is one of my personal vehicles here. I drive the LT Blazer, and one of the things I love most about it is the headroom. You got your HVAC vents right in the middle here, 2 Type-C ports, and then you have your heated seat options, 3 different temperature settings. You get a beautiful interior view from back here. These seats are 60-40 splitting seats, so you can go ahead and drop down the 60 side. Now, what's nice about this is you don't lose all your seating configurations if you still want to have someone sitting there and store a bunch of stuff right here. Now with this Blazer, you have keyless entry and exit, so you can go ahead and get in the vehicle. As soon as you put your foot on that brake right there, it's going to go ahead and start the vehicle, and we'll give you a quick little demonstration of that. So as you can see here, there's no ignition button, nothing to press when you turn the vehicle on or get in the vehicle. All you got to do is put your foot on the brake there. It'll go ahead and turn everything on. This does have an electronic precision shifter, so you need to put the vehicle into gear right here. It's kind of like a column shifter on a truck. To put the vehicle into gear, you're going to pull it towards you and then down for drive, towards you and then down for up for reverse, towards you, and then you hold it for neutral, and then park is just a little button on the end right there. but it senses whether or not you go into drive. And then as soon as you put the vehicle back into park, all you have to do is take your foot off of the brake there and open the door. So we'll go ahead and open the door. Everything's still on, and then we just take our foot off the brake right there and it'll turn everything off. Super helpful if you have your hands full of stuff when you're getting out of the vehicle. You just take your foot off the brake and open the door. Maybe throw your bag on or something like that, or grab your bag and it's already off. This does come with Super Cruise enabled, which is an autopilot system for the vehicle. Very, very cool. This is actually the first year that they came out with this. In the year 2024, the Blazer EV RS did not have the Super Cruise, but on 2025, they did come out with that. So we got Super Cruise here. It's not a subscription-based thing for the first 3 years. Unlike Tesla, which is a big or thousands of dollars payment, and then a monthly subscription after that. This is just a 3-year free access, and then it's a smaller charge after that, and I don't believe it's any more than $30. On the right side of the steering wheel here is your heated steering wheel option. Right here is your hands-free audio and phone call settings. On the left side is your forward collision alert, adaptive cruise control, and your Super Cruise controls. Beautiful driver infotainment screen right here. You can toggle it with this button right there. Ton of different stuff you can look at. My favorite one's probably the Google Maps right here. You don't have to use your whole screen right here, 17.7 inches, to look at your maps. You can pop it up right there and still use some stuff over here. On the back of the steering wheel is a regen on-demand trigger, which is going to turn the kinetic energy of you braking back into usable power. So if you push this button right there, it'll start slowing you down a little bit, even if your foot's not on the brake. But that's because you're regenning your power. This little camera or screen right there, this little one is going to be your LiDAR camera. And if you're using Super Cruise, that's going to track your eyes and make sure you're not looking away from the vehicle at all. Right over here, you do have your Google Assistant. You can do things like, hey Google. Hey Google, change the temperature to 72.
Got it. Changing the temperature to 72 degrees.
So a pretty cool feature if you want to be fully hands-free. You can control the vehicle's volume, temperature, all those silly questions. Ambient lighting right here is going to change the ambient lighting in the vents right here and some other spots. But very cool. You can change the brightness of it. Your camera mode right there is going to pop up every single camera angle GM offers, which is super helpful if you are pulling or backing in any tight spots. We did make it onto the road track here with these cameras, even though we will not be taking it on the road track. Drive modes right here is going to pop up all your different drive modes. You got your normal, sport, snow, and ice, which is like an all-wheel drive or a four-wheel drive mode. And then my mode is where you can customize everything. You can control the feels of how everything or how all your equipment is used. Also in here you have your auto park assist, so you can pull up to a parking spot you want to either enter or exit, and it'll go ahead and do that for you. You'll see it start spinning your wheel and everything. Climate app right there is a fully digital version of everything you have down here. A little more user friendly, so you don't have to search around in the dark and find anything. Right over here you have your audio, Sirius XM, Bluetooth capability, phone projection. My Chevrolet app right there. Controls right here is going to give you all your other controls, traction control, auto high beam. It does have IntelliBeam, so it's going to turn off and on your high beams based on your traffic controls at speeds over 25 miles an hour. It does come with a heads-up display, so it is a colored heads-up display if you can see that down there. But it will pop up a few different things on your windshield here, like speed, and a few other things that you might want to monitor, tire pressure. Right down here's your dual zone climate control. You each get your own temperature. These are heated and ventilated seats. Very, very beautiful look to the seats. You'll see it's kind of like a perforated leatherette, but that's why it has the holes, is because it's cooled. Right up here is your RS embroidered headrest. Beautiful look on that as well. This rear view mirror right here does flip into a screen. It's super helpful if you have a bunch of stuff in your back seat right there. Maybe it's blocking your view at the rear, and then you can just flip that camera and then see what's on the other side of the vehicle or from the rear there. Right underneath there is some controls if you want to control that stuff. Beautiful quality on there as well. Right up here is your panoramic sunroof control, so you can tilt it right there, slide the shade, or slide the whole sunroof back. Right down here is your Camaro inspired vents. You do have a total of 5 of them in here, or I guess 7 including the back ones. 2 Type-Cs right here again. Sliding center console storage. Side-by-side cup holders, and then you have a wireless charging pad right here. Give you a quick look at the key. You do have a remote start right there. You can lift your tailgate up right there and then lock and unlock. You do have remote access through the app as well for 3 years. So you can remote start, lock and unlock, set the temperature in the vehicle, and a few other cool controls. You have a Type-C and a 120 volt right down there, or 12 volt, sorry. And we'll check out the liftgate. Now it does have an auto sense on this liftgate. You just need the key in the vicinity of the vehicle. You walk back here. If you're in within 3 feet, it's going to go ahead and beep 4 times. Then once it beeps on the 4th time, it's going to go ahead and open this. Beautiful look on the rear fascia of this as well. Ton of room in the back seat here, even with that one up. These are the floor mats right there. You lift this up, you have a good amount of storage. It is going to come with a tire inflator kit. You're going to get a little bag, and then you are going to get a charger. I think a lot of that consists of what's in the back seat here. Power lift gate, so you just press the button again. Beautiful look on the Blazer. Now that is our 2024 Chevrolet Blazer EV RS. If you have any more questions about this beautiful vehicle, don't hesitate to give me a call, 802-776-5000. Ask for Colin, or you can stop by for a test drive at 65 Windcrest Road in Rutland, Vermont. And you have a good one.